First of all, thank you for my cuppa this morning when I showed up.
You got it.
You read my mind.
I didn't know you'd want it, but I knew it was going to be fun to have.
I didn't know what I wanted either until you said, I'm making you a cup of tea. Would you like herbal or caffeinated? And you made a beautiful cuppa.
Thank you. It's English. No, what is it?
You made
PG tips.
That's the secret.
But my friend Heather, her favorite is Yorkshire black tea. So I kind of drank that for years, but I've come to like PG tips better. And it's, I think, a little bit of a...
I like a PG tip.
It's like not a scandal, but where everybody likes one thing or the other.
They like football teams in England where
I think
Manchester is fighting another soccer team from England.
I'm going to cross-reference this with my friend Justine and see what the real deal is with this.
Point is, I personally, I genuinely don't care who likes what. I like PG tips, but you really hit the nail on the head this morning. This is a seasonal treat for me. I don't drink this when it's warmer out. I don't have a craving. But this time of year, it's perfect.
In the hot months, you never allow yourself a cup of black tea?
I don't want a cup of black tea.
Oh, you do iced tea?
I'll do iced tea.
Okay.
I want cold things in the heat and warm things in the cold.
It makes a lot of sense.
I woke up this morning freezing, absolutely freezing. And this is like the coziest little hug you could offer me today.
I'm so glad you like it.
And you made it exceptionally well.
I wish I had some dark chocolate to go along with it. But Jamie, we're not supposed to eat.
Huh?
We can't eat while we're recording. No eating or chewing gum.
Sure. I wouldn't
Don't act like you don't know.
No, I do, but I wouldn't associate dark chocolate with a cup of tea. I just want a cup of tea.
Oh, really? It's great. If you put it right next to the cup, it kind of warms it up. So by the time you eat the chocolate, it's like perfect.
So do you take a bite and a sip,
Sure. You can do whatever you want.
With you, we used to have a routine where we would go to, I can't remember the coffee spots, but your whole thing was getting a chocolate chip cookie and what was your drink of choice? There was a drink. You might not even drink it anymore now, but there was a drink you used to always get.
Are we talking about Vancouver?
No. Well, it could be Vancouver. I'm also talking about...
Cappuccino's my thing.
That's what it was, a cappuccino.
Yeah.
You wanted
and a chocolate chip cookie.
That's what you wanted. And I would get an Arnold Palmer.
That's like my prison. If I were... Yeah, that's my prison thing. Or my last day, my last meal.
That's your last meal? I
think so.
That's a weak last meal. You could have
chocolate chip cookie?
That's it? Go big.
Maybe I'd have ice cream to go with it.
You wouldn't have like a dinner? Like mashed potatoes or steak
we're getting very specific now.
Fish.
I don't
know. I don't know what you'd eat on your last meal. I'm just tossing out ideas.
Why do I want fish before I
die? I don't know. Because you love salmon. That's like your go-to.
But not like...
What do you want, Hailey?
No, salmon! I want salmon! What would you have? I feel like we've talked about this. Your spaghetti, right? Have we talked about this?
I think we touched upon it.
So many years of pants have gone by that I
know. It all kind of blends into one.
I'm like, have we talked about it personally or have we spread the news?
I recall a pasta conversation, but what it was in relation to, I don't know.
I think you guys talked about pasta as being like your perfect meal.
Oh, that's the perfect meal.
But I think prison meal is interesting.
Prison meal. And to be specific, it would be...
Another.
To be specific, it would be the last meal, right? That you get to choose.
Well,
it's a little dark to think of death row.
Dark.
But like, let's just say, like a fairy came down and was like,
"This is it.
This is it. Tomorrow's gonna be. It's all gonna be over. What do you want to eat as your last meal?"
Burger and fries.
Why is a fairy giving us that bad news?
It's better than Rachel Maddow or some news pundit giving us some horrible news. So I'll take a sweet little fairy coming down with magical dust.
Now you're going to like nuclear war. What are you going to?
You're just saying in the last, like if a magical fairy came down, and I'm saying I'd rather have a little cartoon fairy come down than Rachel Maddow warning the country, guys, it's been real. Thanks so much.
I feel like it's all dark. I'm more in like let's go like kids' fantasy, but then that way we wouldn't be dying, would we? Except a lot of Disney characters do die.
So what's your point? Are you asking
what
was my meal?
I was trying to make it fluffy,
what
like
what would be my last meal? Burger and fries. Burger and fries.
What do you dip your fries in?
I think I do In-N-Out. I really do. I think I'd say I want I don't even know the numbers. They have like the 4 options that you order from. It's the most brilliant menu because it's very simple. And if you're smart and you know like the off the menu things, then you're really tapped in. I don't even need to go that deep. It's just like it's on the little
It's
flip
pants.
board.
You can tell us all about it.
I would get In and Out and a milkshake.
Fucking brilliant. What flavor?
Vanilla.
Okay.
I'm not a chocolate lover that much.
Okay.
I take it back. I'm actually leaning towards dark chocolate at night now. I have a little piece. And
Yeah.
it kind of hits that sweet spot that I
It's
need.
the perfect snack.
But it's not my go-to, but I'm really trying to manage sugar these days. In and Out. That's it. I'd keep it simple.
Okay.
Simple and perfect.
I hope it's open on the day that you're going to croak because
I hope I
are
don't
they
have to make this
24/7?
decision at all. But
I
if
hope
I
you're
did,
going to live forever and you can have In and Out as many times as you want.
what would you have? You can have anything you want.
Okay, well, so now we're back to a meal. It's not just like my chocolate chip cookie. By the way, who makes the perfect chocolate chip cookie?
I had one recently. and
Was it you? No, Jamie told me somebody made it and it was it was like chewy, crunchy.
I know who I might know.
Crunchy on the outside, chewy.
Is she talking about John and Vinny's?
No, someone made them. Like homemade
Oh, a
them and
friend
brought them
made
to
them
the
and brought
studio.
them. We had John and Vinny's the other night. John and Vinny's, for anyone who doesn't know, is this amazing Italian-American restaurant that our friend Courtney was the head chef for.
Yes.
And she's gone on, and now her brother works on the Bear. And I don't know if even Courtney's there
He
any longer.
invented the Bear.
He created the Bear.
Created.
I don't think she's at John and Vinny's anymore. She's gone off. And,
Yeah, I think that was a while back.
Right. But that's how we got to know John and Vinny's. It's if you're in LA, it's so good. It really
Yeah,
is.
and they just opened a new one
They opened a new one on our side of the hill.
of the world. Yeah,
And so the other night we ordered some J&V and
J&V.
we got
Excuse
a
me.
chocolate chip cookie and it's perfect. It's flat, meaning it's very thin. It's chewy, but it has a
Crunchy outside.
A crunchy outside. It has the perfect amount of chocolate. I don't like when the chocolate overpowers the dough. So it's very balanced.
I want one in every bite. I don't want an
It's
empty
so
bite.
good.
Okay, I'm gonna try. I've never tried their cookies.
They're so good.
There's a a coffee shop. I think it's called the Commissary. I think it's called anyway.
I know the commissary.
So far, that's the best cookie. I think chocolate chip.
I know the commissary. Why do I know the
I
commissary?
don't know. I randomly went in there one day and got this cookie because I get a cookie. If there's one, I get it. You know what I mean? I don't pass up a chocolate chip cookie. Like, why? Why do that to myself? Anyway, that one kind of is holding first place for me.
Truth is, I don't even love chocolate chip cookies. I think they're basic bitch cookies.
Oof, these
They're
are fighting
good,
words.
but
why?
I'll eat them. I'm not gonna.
What's your cookie?
I like a chewy molasses cookie.
Like ginger snap with molasses in it?
It's different. It's different. Like, you know those cookies at Christmas that Anna makes?
Yeah, the
Those-
ones where we have the
She
drawings.
Yes. Those are more ginger snap,
Ginger
gingerbread.
snap. I was going to say that's a ginger snap.
No, these aren't ginger. It's molasses cookies. They're flat. They're super chewy. There's a
Is there a flavor? Because that's usually an addition.
no. There is a flavor. If I can relate it to anything, it would be like a maple syrup sort of flavor.
I like that.
I haven't had one in ages, to be honest. They're hard to come by, but when I have one,
Not when you live with Anna,
Anna doesn't make molasses
but
cookies.
she can.
I don't. She does a lot for me.
I
I
know,
don't
but
need to
I
ask
feel
her
like
to
if
make me a
you-
molasses cookie.
I
Although
feel
she'll
like-
hear this and say, "All right, I'll try."
That's what I'm saying. She's gonna
I don't want her
first I'll
to.
make you a molasses
Darling,
cookie.
you do enough. I don't need you
Oh
to
my
make me a
God.
cookie. But
Darling.
but there is.
I'd like to try it, Anna.
I think my grandma made molasses cookies when I was younger. I discovered them through I think my mom or my grandma. I don't know which, but I've come across them rarely. But when I have them,
Okay. Well, I have a ginger snap problem too.
those are the Anna cookies.
I know,
Those are
and when they're little and you can sort of pop them.
no,
problem. That's my
Christmas.
Christmas problem.
That's a gateway drug. Those cookies. She'll make batches of them.
I know. And then there's lemon snaps. It's like a ginger snap, but it's lemony.
I'm good on
Also
that one.
good.
You're
Really?
You're not gonna win me over on that.
I kind of want Anna to try different. Can we do a cookie like tasting thing?
Well, you're in for some luck because Anna's mom loves
I
to
know.
bake. So she'll say,
I'm gonna make a-
give
can I
me
make
a
a
challenge." Yeah,
Will it be bad to give American recipes to a Brazilian? Will she be like, "This is gross"?
maybe. Maybe.
Is it worth like the risk?
I mean, she might judge you and say, "What is this?"
I can take the judgment's fine.
Okay.
Like
Well,
I
as
can't
long
help
as you're
what people
okay with
think
that,
of me.
then you'll be okay.
Okay.
I don't like carrot. I don't like carrot cake very much. It's,
Kate,
you love it.
We disagree.
I do not like carrot cake, but the way the Brazilians interpret a carrot cake is very different than we do.
They think it's like
No, it's
bread?
just it's the way they make it. I don't even remember specifics, so don't ask me what's in it. But I can just tell you that the texture and the taste is so much better than the American version of a carrot cake. So when Anna's mom says, "I'm going to make a carrot cake," I get excited because it's so good.
Does it have the icing that makes a carrot cake?
Yeah,
Cream
but
cheese?
it's just different. I like thus far my experience with Brazilian pastries and baked goods is that there's less of like a sugary sweet component.
That makes sense. That's
It's
America, right?
Sure is.
We're addicted to sugar.
We are addicted to sugar. Although I'm working really hard not to be.
How's it going? How's the protein intake?
Oh, I gave up on that app weeks ago.
Oh, you
I
did?
can't do it. I can't do it. All right, listen, we'll be right back.
Hey everyone, we're so excited to introduce you to something that's completely transformed our skincare routines, right, Kate? OneSkin. It's changed the way we think about taking care of our skin.
Yes, Leisha, it is incredible. I've been using OneSkin for a little while now, and my skin feels so much smoother and it's more hydrated. Plus, it's easy to add into my personal daily routine because the science behind it, it's just fascinating.
Right? OneSkin was developed by a team of female longevity scientists. Didn't even know they existed, right? Instead of just hiding signs of aging, they go right to the source, targeting the problem on a cellular level. Their key ingredient, OS1 peptide, actually tackles those aging cells that start causing trouble as we get older.
Plus, it couldn't be simpler to use. All you do is cleanse, dry, and you apply twice a day. I'm using both the face and the eye creams, and they have slipped perfectly into my routine.
Nice. And if the idea of invasive treatments makes you hesitate, OneSkin is such a great alternative. It works with your body's natural processes, keeping your skin looking healthy and radiant with no drastic measures required.
OneSkin is the world's first skin longevity company. By focusing on the cellular aspects of aging, OneSkin keeps your skin looking and acting younger for longer.
So get started today with 15% off using code PANTS at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code PANTS. When you were counting, I was like, it reminds me of like
this isn't
Weight
fun.
Watchers
I was like, I
in
can't
the
fucking
80s.
do this.
Who wants to count a calorie?
I don't want to boil 15 eggs a day and like
Ew,
count how
gross,
many.
by the way.
Not that I would eat 15 of those things a day, but just to have them on hand. So
Right.
if I need a protein boost, I don't want to measure food. I've never done that.
Who's got time for that? If you're hungry, you're like, I gotta eat. Nobody, you're not gonna be like, let me get my scale.
I think
I know people do that.
I
but
think
it just
people
feels
do
difficult.
it,
They
and I
do,
think
but it feels hard to me.
like I know people can work, certain things into their schedule because it's important to them, and that's fine. I'm not someone who's ever weighed food. I don't stand on scales often. I look in the mirror and I think, okay, it's pretty good. And I go about my day, right? I can't do it. So I downloaded this app and I got to get in touch with Rocket.
Did you pay for it?
I got to get in touch with Rocket Money.
You gotta cancel.
I'm going to get in touch with Rocket and say, hey
right
guys,
away. Oh,
help me
speaking of
out.
apps, you sent me an app the other day and I downloaded it. And then Kim was like,
Oh, the
dying last night.
coins. Well, can you give some context as to why I sent it to you?
Yes. So
I thought I was being such a good friend. I thought she'll love this.
on
it's
the
helpful.
day that when I was in Oil Baron, that I also had a little bag of coins that my that my uncle had given Kadra and I when we were kids.
Right.
My parents also had those in the safe, and I think everything felt more valuable because it was in a safe. So you're like, well, they wouldn't have kept it in here if it wasn't something, like they're just coins. So I think, oh my God, these are valuable. And I'm like, Kadra, let me take them home. I'll go through I was going to buy a book.
Wow.
Well, because you have to look them up.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And you sent me an app the other day, and I was so grateful. So I downloaded the app. I've since canceled it. I only did the free trial.
Okay.
And I remembered to cancel.
Mm-hmm.
So you take a picture of the front and back of the coin, and it tells you kind of like, but what they do is they go like $2. The range is so big, $2 to $34,000. So you're like, holy shit.
Uh-huh.
But then it like dwindles down the more you like do the pages, and it's like $2.36, for a quarter.
Okay.
Like it's upped in value since the 70s.
Okay.
But he was really sweet. He got like the year I was born, the year she was born, and he got some other one. And some of them look fancy. You're like, oh, that like I've never seen that, or the sizes are different.
Sure.
Anyway, I'm gonna say we've maybe racked up like a good like $40.
That's it?
Yeah, I think so. And then you go, because then they say in the thing, well, it could be one of the valuable ones, like one of the 34,000.
How do you know?
Right. How do you know unless you're a coin expert? And then I'm imagining myself going to like a coin place. And what if the guy's sitting there and he has the like, whatever, this thing, and then like a little monocle? Like, how am I going to know if he's bullshitting me? And then I think, what a racket. I'll walk in.
You know what?
Give my valuable coins away.
I know what show you should be on. You should be on Antiques Roadshow. As just, you know what that show is about?
I love that. That's what I'm saying. I want to be the one who's like, I didn't know I had this painting.
Yeah. Not everyone's a winner, but that's a choice. I say get yourself on Antiques Roadshow.
With the coins?
Yes.
With the coins from the 70s. I don't think I hit the jackpot.
Didn't you have... I don't know anything about this world, so I just saw that app and thought that could really help her out. If I was in your shoes, I'd need something.
I'm telling you, and I'll send you the pictures of the coins and how great this app was. I was like, thank you, Kate. I've been saving this for pants. And then so I do this. Kim comes home from like errands and she sees me with like, I haven't even told her about the coins. So like across the table, like 30 coins. And I'm like, huh? Yeah, no, like just distracted by this world I'm in. And then we like got in the hot tub for the first time in like a year, I think. And all I talked about were coins. And she was like, is this like a new thing? Am I going to have to hear about coins? Are coins a new obsession of yours? Like the drums or whatever I take up. She's like, uh-oh.
Right. It's okay.
Am I with a coin collector? Because I would be like, uh-oh.
Right. Yeah.
And I caught myself and I was like, no. Kate sent this app.
And... There were no winners.
She was like nodding off, listening.
Wow. I mean,
about my coin collection.
To her defense, it's wildly
deadly.
Boring. But
sure,
you had a lot of coins in that stack.
There weren't that many,
and you had
there were a lot of repeats.
Oh, I see.
Which it's not that valuable if there's.
So okay.
Anyway, another fail from the Hailey safe.
Damn.
You never know.
Damn.
I know.
Oh, well, I'm glad you used the app.
Yeah, thank you for the app.
I really am happy that came in handy because I thought either she won't see this because you don't always look at your Instagram messages or you're just going to see it and say, cool idea, and then forget, which is completely understandable.
Yeah.
So I'm glad.
Like, oh, my God.
I'm so happy.
I didn't have to buy a book that I would only look at
Can
once.
I talk about apps for a second?
Yes.
My issue with apps these days is I'm tired of everything being behind a paywall. And it's not just apps, it's also like news organizations. Like you just want to read something and you think that's interesting and you click it and it's like, oops, sorry.
Or you've already done your allotted amount of free
I'm like, how is anyone supposed to get information or learn anything when there's just paywalls behind absolutely everything? It's like, it's gotten worse.
I mean, I can answer the way my dad would.
Sure.
The library.
Okay. But
my dad still he rents videos from there. He checks out books and returns them.
My mom goes to the library. Yeah, she lives across the street from a library.
You don't have to.
My mom lives across the street from a library. She loves the library.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's free. It's for the community. Like, it's a lost art. But if you're learning something and you don't want to pay,
do you know I did I produced one of my first performances at the library when I was 12.
You produced a performance?
I produced.
What'd you put on?
Well, it's in the book. You'll have to read it. It's in the book. You'll read it.
Right.
But the library, right. I just have an affinity for a library because that's kind of where I got one of my first starts.
Okay. You owe it.
I owe it to the library.
You owe it to the library.
Absolutely. But what were you saying?
Do you think our book will end up in the library?
Yes.
It will?
It's a book.
I know, but do they take every book? Also a question.
I don't know. Anyway.
So.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about Mo or do you not?
God.
Well, you don't have to.
No, it's not like it's Mo. It's just being how do I say this? First of all, it's the worst when your animals don't feel well.
There's nothing worse.
They can't tell you how you're feeling. You have to, everything is process of elimination. And nothing breaks my heart in two more. We woke up the other day and Mo was having a really hard time walking. It was her back right leg. She couldn't really put pressure on it. And we don't know how it happened because the night before, the last time I had seen her, she was on her back, spread eagle, passed out on our bed, happy as a clam. So something happened between the hours of 10:30 and 6. And I don't know what that was.
You were asleep.
And also, it's not like Mo, has a big nightlife. She sleeps. She likes to sleep. So I don't know what happened, but her back leg hurt, and by Sunday night, she was having a hard time going potty, and I'll tell you what broke my heart. This is what broke my heart, is that for everyone understands, Mo was found in a bush in Costa Rica. That's where she was rescued. So Mo's go-to when she gets scared, and it's easy to get Mo scared. She doesn't like loud noises. She doesn't like when you clap your hands or you snap your fingers, is to hide somewhere, like in a bush and like fireworks, she'll hide. So her thing is to hide under something that resembles some sort of protection. So when she couldn't potty the other night, she got scared and hid in a bush because we were out in the backyard. And it was really hard to get her out from the bush because she was crying because she was in pain.
Kate, it's really the worst story.
Now, this is where I become a horrible partner because Anna has to contend with Mo crying and then I'm crying because I can't handle Mo in pain.
I know.
I kind of freeze. It's just an emotional, immediate reaction.
Yeah, it's understandable.
And so we got her to the vet yesterday. The next morning, we got her to the vet. We're waiting on x-rays. We're waiting on blood work. I'm not worried about blood work. I'm curious. You had a great point when I told you. You said she may have hurt her spine. She may have slipped a disc because Banjo does that. And I think, how?
Well, Banjo,
how does that happen?
It just happens. I can be on a walk with Banjo, and then all of a sudden it just happens. And then Peg had the leg. Peg leg.
Peg leg, yeah.
Yeah, and then that took like a week. And I think they make a move that
like we sleep wrong
I think it's a movement thing.
Okay. Well, there's really no story here outside of I'm waiting to hear from x-rays and it just eats up my time and I'm distracted and I have things to do, but it's hard because I'm preoccupied with her and
of course.
And just Mo's a heartbreaker on a good day. But when Mo's not feeling
She's
well,
so tender, like her little spirit is just like mush, you know what I mean? You're just like, ugh.
Yeah, she's just so profoundly sensitive.
She's not like, I'm going to tough through this. She's not that kind of dog.
No, we jokingly call her emo.
Oh.
She's very emo.
You never told me that.
She's very emo on a good day. So when she's sad, it's just, and then you see the whites of her eyes because she's sad and you're like, oh, fuck this.
No.
I can't do it. Like, what do you want? What do you want me to do? I'll do anything. So that's where I'm at. No story, guys. That's just my update.
Well, everyone loves their animals, so they want to know.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, and we don't have kids, but I'm sorry, these animals are our kids.
Don't be sorry.
I'm not. I'm just saying there's a big argument. Oh, well, you don't have kids. I feel like I kind of do because my emotional attachment and concern and investment in them is profound. And
course.
like they're not physical human children, but so what?
It doesn't
They
matter.
mean the world to me. I would throw
They're
myself
like
in front of a
innocent
train.
Spirits. Oh, yeah.
So would you. So would Kim. So would
my
Anna.
God.
So would anybody. So I just I sometimes think, all right, it's not a contest just because they're not humans. They don't like.
I don't know who you're fighting with right now. Is this like
It's
a
not
real
a fight.
movement?
It's not a fight, Leisha. I'm just saying it's like that's always seems to be like the general thing.
Is it like the childless cat
this
ladies?
is a thing, and I feel like I can
you.
settle it. I have dog children and human children, and let me say, it's the same.
Thank you.
The love is the same. The
Thank
care
you.
is the same.
Yeah.
The worry is the same. Anyone that dismisses it is just a monster.
Thank you. And I've heard dismissals. I've heard dismissals.
I feel like people who dismiss them, like I don't know these people.
Now, I'm not naming names, but I've just heard it. It's always sort of off the cuff. It's never pointed of like, oh, thank God you don't have kids. And I think to myself, yeah, thank God I don't.
If someone said that to me, I'd cut them out of my life within
I'm sure,
like a
Leisha,
second.
you have
I don't
heard
know
it.
anyone like
I'm
that.
sure you have heard it. It's just been offhanded. And it's been subtle, and you didn't think twice about it because it was within a conversation. I knew someone who had kids, or no, had a dog, and that dog was their life, their
Right.
child. And then they had kids, and I go, well, how about so-and-so, the dog's name? And they said, no, they're just a dog. And I thought, that sucks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've had that. I haven't had.
But I get it, I suppose, but still, I think that sucks.
When Mo's sick, I feel like Kim and I go into some sort of depression.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Every time. I don't know what it is. Even Charlie, any of your animals were always like, like we get very like, uh-oh. We feel it over here.
Really? Oh.
It's like a thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's, well, we love
Not
each
so much
other's
Bugsy,
animals.
though. You haven't tapped into Bugsy,
Bugsy
yet.
hasn't had a problem.
True, but I don't think you've bonded with Bugsy quite.
You think I
Quite
haven't
yet.
bonded with Bugsy. I just have I have a history with Mo and Charlie. So
Right.
it's like, it's just longer.
Right.
I bonded with Bugsy.
Yeah, but Bugsy, it's like, I really, like, Bugsy she's a tough nut to
You
crack.
have like, I think you have like a paranoia or something.
Because
I don't have,
because I see how she's like when company comes over. Like, she's a very excitable puppy. She gets very excited. She wants to be everyone's friend. She has no sense of personal space. Like, it can be annoying. I'm not trying to say it's not.
I've never called her annoying. This is you.
I can see people being like, oh my God, Bugsy, the thing. I can see it. And I just want to say one day, I long for the moment where you're over or we're over and we're on the couch and the excitement has calmed down and we're just watching TV and you get the experience of Bugsy crawling up your chest and sticking her head right into your neck and
Right.
sleeping.
Right. Every time I'm
It's
with
delicious.
Bugsy, all you talk about is, what do you call her? Dead Bugsy?
Dead bug.
Yeah. You're like, I just wish like
You can experience.
one day you could experience dead bug while she's like crawling on me.
Yeah.
You talk about that. And
Because it's
like,
delicious.
I know, but it's like you have a thing.
Because it's like people only see one side of her, and I want everyone to know who comes over. There's a
It's
whole
like-
other side. It just takes a minute to see it because she's so enthusiastic when
It's like you're dating that person nobody likes, and then
kinda
you're like, oh, if you only knew them when
Totally.
like we're one-on-one.
Totally.
They're really great.
totally
It's not like that.
absolutely.
I
Except
love Bugsy. You can let it go.
Bugsy's not emotionally abusive by any means. She's
No.
just a very.
She's physically abusive.
She's just.
She will kill you if you're on the couch.
Yeah, she has no personal, and that's a problem. And I can see that being annoying. I'd be annoyed.
I'm not annoyed.
I would be completely, and I can understand. It's I get it. It's valid. But one day, I long for the day where she sleeps with her little head up into the crook of your neck,
Why am I sleeping? Where am I going to be
and you
sleeping
hear
with
and you
Bugsy?
get a deep from her. And
Oh,
you
I love when a dog does that.
and then
when
you're
they
gonna
just let it go.
Yeah, and then you're gonna say, okay, I get it. I get it.
But I'm not getting it. That's what
Well,
I'm
you're-
trying to tell you.
Yeah, you're kind of not getting it.
Holy shit.
You're kind of not, because you haven't had it. So how can you not get it if you
Because I
haven't had
get
it?
that she can be that. I understand that she has more than one side.
I get I'm projecting my insecurity
The projection
of
has been
Bugsy
since day one.
because she's intense. I'm just verbally sharing. I look forward to the day you can understand what I was
Okay.
referring
Maybe I'll
to.
go camping with Bugsy, just me and Bugs, and we'll have a bonding trip, like a weekend getaway where we get to like really.
It sounds like the worst idea.
Have, like-
but if you want to give it
Well,
a shot.
I'd be in the sleeping bag in the tent,
Oh, the cozy. Oh, yeah.
and I'd get that experience, and I'd come back like with a stronger bond.
She loves to burrow. It's
I thought you were
true.
going to say she loves to camp.
I can't say that.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
it's important because Christmas is coming
Okay.
and Thanksgiving.
What's important?
Well, we talked about cookies, but we should also talk about the book. We haven't brought the book up in a while.
How are we going from Bugsy to the book?
2 B's.
Okay.
Bugsy to book.
Bugsy to book.
No,
I mean, that's a really
Christmas is
interesting. That's
the
a really
cookies-
interesting word association.
It
by
was
the
really
way.
the cookies. And when we were talking about Christmas cookies, I was like, we have to talk about the book.
You were
It's been
thinking
10
Christmas
years.
cookies, but I have to come over and deal with Bugsy to enjoy the cookies, and then book. Is that what it was?
Sure. No,
Okay.
it wasn't like that at all.
Okay.
But yeah, you can, it doesn't matter. It was Christmas. Christmas made me go, presents, book.
Right.
Tell people.
Get the book.
We haven't talked about the book in a while.
We have not. Well, I brought it up in this episode because I said the public library was my foray.
Yes, and I'm
into-
sure we got some orders right when you said that. Like, I'm going to order this to hear the
Hear the
library
end.
story. And it's in there. If you're interested, Kate's library story is in there. But the book is available for pre-order. It's out next June. Okay.
Excellent.
So this is huge.
Yes,
For
this is
all of our international Pants fans.
We just
all
got
the
word.
pockets.
We just got word about this like a week ago that our book is going to be sold internationally.
Yes, and everyone's been like, how do I get it shipped to here, there, and everywhere? And we didn't have an answer, but now we do.
Yeah, we do. Go ahead.
Okay, it's called Premiere. It's an online bookstore where you can purchase the book, and you can also get autographed books
Autographed copies,
that we'll
yep.
be doing,
Yes.
or just get a plain Jane one,
Yep.
and it can go everywhere. So the link is on our website, sogayforyou.com.
Yes.
We'll also have it on our socials,
Yes.
and that means like wherever you live,
Yes.
this book will find you.
There's been a lot of comments asking, do you ship internationally?
Right.
So now you do. It's Premiere.
Yeah, I don't. Not me.
No, not you.
Yeah.
You haven't been asking. You know.
No, I won't
I'm
be
saying
shipping.
others. No, you're not. God forbid you're in charge of the shipping. Other people have been saying, can I buy this internationally?
Yes, you
So
can
now
buy
you
it
can
internationally.
from Premiere. All those links are going to be on yours, mine, and Pants socials. So you can
Yes.
find it.
Yes.
That's
Isn't
it.
that cool? That means our book's going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. That's crazy.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
exciting.
It's exciting.
All righty. Pants.
Okay, pants.